4.
No, you say 3. You can say 3. You just don't say 2 or 1.
All right, fine.
You've seen Wayne's World, right?
Yeah, that's what I was referencing, but I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3 that they stopped talking.
They stop on 2. They don't say 2 or 1. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Extra Live Show. I'm your host Kyle McCauley. Today with me, as always, I'm joined by the other Kyle Penrod.
Hey.
That's him right there.
I'm that guy. I'm this one.
Yay!
This one right here. The guy who looks all shiny and bright, because this light is entirely too freaking bright.
Kyle, are you joining us from heaven tonight?
Apparently.
You're always joining me from
Because
heaven.
I'm like glowy and all angelic and like really, really Caucasian.
No. Well, what people don't know is in real life, Kyle's actually Mexican. Penrod is Spanish for donkey ass.
Donkey ass.
I don't know.
That sounds right.
Yeah. No, that totally checks out. I took German in high school, and that's not too far off from Spanish, so I feel good on my assumption.
You're not wrong.
It's all Latin at the end of the day, I guess.
It's all Latin at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Except that nobody speaks Latin. It's a dead language.
That is kind of the weird part is, all languages are kind of built on Latin, but Latin's a dead language,
Well, yeah, because it's retarded.
Shots fired at Latin.
Well, it's funny because I remember being a kid and like, I'm going to learn Latin. Well, okay, you can learn like Latin words, but the only problem with being fluent with languages is if you're going to learn the language, you should probably be able to speak to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And since nobody really speaks Latin, you're stuck,
Yeah, but you could just be like, well, I mean, some people speak Latin. They're normally like super rich, and they went to Ivy League schools, and they are.
Yeah, those are people that we're not going to be talking to.
Pretentious little assholes,
Yeah, really.
I'm remembering the movie Rushmore, at which point he attempts to get rid of the Latin class by saying it's a dead language, and then when he finds out the teacher that he likes, is upset that they're getting rid of Latin, he decides to start a campaign to save it. That was a great story.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm being bad. I was looking at something there.
How do you? Every time I talk, that's all you want to do is look at something.
No, that's not.
No.
I'm looking at the show notes now.
All right. Well,
and
you should do what
this big.
You should do what I do and put one in the corner and put the other one in the other corner, so that way you can look at both.
The what?
I put the show notes, and you know what? This is a really boring conversation. Let's just jump into the show here.
Well, I have 2 monitors, sucker. So.
Oh, well, you're living high class there. I have to do all my computering on one monitor.
Ooh, man, that's like back in the fucking Stone Age, man.
I had to do it all on one monitor like a fucking sucker.
It's first world problems. I have too many things to view on my computer and only one monitor.
So yeah, this is episode 0.2, and I don't know if we explained it on the last episode, but we're still not 100% ready. That's why we're calling these 0. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. So
because we suck.
Yeah, just to clarify that, in case anyone was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
But
which nobody is, because nobody gives a shit. Except the 16 people that watched last week and the 23 people that watched the week before. So we're going down in views. By this rate, we'll be down to like, we're going to be at 9 views this week and then 0 next week. We'll be just done.
To be fair, though, a 2.5-hour episode is a pretty daunting thing to ask people to watch. And seeing as this is pretty much a podcast format, video doesn't really do it a whole lot of favors. So,
Well, yeah, really.
The video was never like supposed to be the important part of this.
Yeah. Hence the terrible quality video.
Yes.
Hi, YouTube.
Which we're still. I'm not gonna lie, I was like a little disappointed with last week's quality in terms of video, and I almost wanted to see what else we can do about that because I'm not sure how Google Plus is working out. But that would kind of take away from some of the live stuff that I was hoping to do with the format. But
Well, I mean, to be realistic, if so we're worried about, we're not worried about video, right? So I mean, we could
yeah,
just use an audio application.
yeah. So at the end of the day, we could still definitely do that, and we may end up doing that. That's why these are the 0 point episodes because we're just not really sure what we're doing yet.
Fucking hashing shit out, working
Yeah,
it out, getting all the kinks out.
yeah. That's
Like
you're
out of the
watch
rope.
you're
You know,
watching it live or semi-live,
you're
working the
watching us.
rope.
You're not watching. You're not watching a podcast or listening to a podcast and watching us talk about video games because it's interesting. You're watching the greatest podcast come into being. It's like watching a child be born, or fuck, I can't think of nothing else. Dude. All
I'm
right,
sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I was looking something up. I wish it would cut back to you when you have a like really ridiculous stare. 'Cause
oh yeah, it doesn't because it triggers on my voice, doesn't it?
right. Yeah. So
Yeah. So I can't just sit here and just be like, And we should just see if we could have it just flip between us like every like 40 seconds or something like that, so I can do that, and just be like,
I think if I put on this control room app, it'll allow me to kind of do that. But I don't want to fiddle with it because I haven't.
I don't want to do it on the live broadcast.
Because then it'll get all fucked up and people will see it. Ah.
Yeah, and people will watch us fail.
I can't handle that kind of pressure, man.
Man, whatever, dude. I go fail all the time. Fuck it. You don't learn nothing if you didn't fail.
Son, if you try something and it's too hard, just quit.
Just quit. It's easier.
I was trying to quote a Simpsons episode, but it didn't come to me properly. So there was a failure right there that everyone got to watch. Congratulations.
Failure. Weehaw. We like failure around here. Failure's good. It's actually, if you can get yourself in that mindset, that's actually quite beneficial.
So we're about 8 minutes in or so,
Threw
and
that one away.
I did.
All right.
We're
Thanks,
about.
friend.
Fuck you! You threw away mine earlier.
What?
Don't know. So we're about 8 minutes in here, and we're just kind of rambling on. So I don't know. Where are we going with this, Kyle? Where
Well,
are
I
our
was
lives
going to
headed?
talk about how I'm sorry. There's a bug like right.
Oh yeah, I totally see it.
Bullshit. He's over there, by the way. But I'm waiting for him to fly over here. Yeah, he's not going to. Fuck that bug. I hope you fly in my drink and drown. He doesn't.
Okay, I'm gonna start this. This is me starting it. Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Go.
Guess what I played?
Ooh. What did you play?
More Doom.
I knew that was coming.
Yes.
How far did you get?
Okay, so here's the funny part.
No lies now. I want no lying.
So no. So the last time that I spoke to you on the podcast about Doom, I felt like I was kind of getting close to the end, and I was. What I didn't realize is that Doom has multiple episodes, and I was getting close to the end of the first episode, which is also where the original shareware version ended. So I just beat that, and in a sense, I've only beat the part that everybody's fucking played of Doom. And I'm just now getting into like the actual game.
Yeah, I remember having the shareware versions of Doom and only being able to play up to that point.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I gotta tell you though, like that last level on that first episode, like, is one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in like any video game ever. It was like amazing.
Mhm.
And in fact, like I created a separate save just so that way I could go back and play that level if I wanted.
Nice.
It's like the music in it is just like really moody and eerie, but like like a super awesome way. It's like a Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. Um, and just like the level layout and I don't know, it was just great, man. I was just playing it and I was like I just had this epiphany. It was like this is why Doom is awesome, you know? Like this is why when people talk about first person shooters, they don't just talk about Doom because it was like one of the first ones to come. It was like they talk about Doom because Doom is fucking awesome. And this is why.
Yeah. That and the very last level is impossible on any difficulty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't, well, okay, it's not impossible, but it's pretty rough.
It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah, it's gonna make you cry. Uh, if I'm remembering it right, I might not be. I don't know, dude. It's been fucking forever since I played Doom. So we need to get together. We need to have a Doomathon.
Totally. I totally agree.
Yep. We should do it. We did. We tried to do that one time, and then we just got spanked out of there, and we got burnt on it real fast. I remember
Actually,
that. We're like, yeah, we're gonna play Doom. Bam, dead. Bam,
yeah.
dead. What the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember right, it was probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I think we were playing Doom 2. And like I was telling you last week, that first level of Doom 2 is like pretty rough. And actually, I keep mistaking myself. It's not the first level of Doom 2. It's the second level of Doom 2. But that like just the enemy count in the second level of Doom 2 is like more than any level has ever had in a Doom game. It's fucking nuts. That's not entirely true, but oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were getting stomped. We were just like, actually, I think if I remember right, like we were trying to play. It was a pirated copy. I'm just gonna go out and say we were trying to play a pirated copy of a 20-year-old game, and
I don't think they care.
yeah, well, just in case, um,
They don't care.
we were playing a pirated copy, and it was like a version that didn't have mouse support or something. Like we couldn't get the mouse to work, so we had to do it the old school way.
Oh yeah.
And if I remember right, that's why we were fucking dying so much because we were like, I can't fucking move.
I can't use just a keyboard.
So, it was good times.
Yes, it was good times. I'm pretty sure Doom is abandonware at this point.
Oh no, I
They're
mean,
not making money off of original Doom.
no, I mean, I'm sure they are because you can still buy it on Steam. It goes to Bethesda, who owns id, so and id's still a company. Abandonware would be id's no longer in business. Nobody owns the rights, and you can't purchase it like through a revenue system anymore. It's just kind of like you buy it at garage sales or whatever.
Actually, not really. Abandonware is a product, typically software, ignored by its owner and manufacturer, and for which no product support is available. Although such software is usually still under copyright, the owner may not be tracking or enforcing copyright violations.
Oh, well, I guess
So, okay, under that, though, like, ignored by its owner and manufacturer, it's obviously not. They're making a Doom 4.
right.
So, like, the Doom name isn't going anywhere, but, like, I don't know. It just seems to me like original Doom, seriously, like, 20-year-old game,
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would they care?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're not gonna. I mean, I'm sure Bethesda's not gonna go knocking down our door because we, pirated an old copy of Doom and didn't even play past like the
At
shareware.
3 o'clock in the morning when we were drunk.
Yeah, but just in case,
It's not like we were distributing it at all.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you weren't. I did. Like an entire month
Admit these
afterwards.
things on the internet, Kyle. Go ahead. Why don't you tell them about those people you killed that one time, too?
Oh, that was a great time to talk about. So yeah, so I was playing more Doom, and then that caused me to play more Doom 2, and I actually got past the second level in Doom 2. and that game just keeps getting harder and harder than the first one. It's nuts, but that one's also a lot of fun. And then I went back and I started playing some more Doom 3, and then I realized I had been playing way too much Doom, and I was like, I should probably take a break. But it's so
So
awesome. Like I'm like suddenly in love with Doom again.
that's great.
It's like I'm
That's fucking
15.
great, dude. Yeah.
Um,
Doom is great.
Doom is great. Doom is love. Doom is life.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah. Thanks.
So okay, so like so you've gotten a good amount of weapons at this point, right?
hmm
Okay, so like which weapons do you like the best?
If I have like a huge amount of enemies to mow down, like I will always get the Gatling gun or the chain gun, I think is what they call it.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, I'll use that. Outside of that though, like if it's just straight like monster killing, it's a shotgun, and the shotgun is the most effective. I find, you know, in the sense that like you're never low on ammo and you always have it, you know, and like all you got to do is just be at that right distance and it'll kill them, you know, almost every time. And for the bigger enemies, as long as you're just kind of like, you know, jumping back a little bit while they're shooting at you, or not shooting at you, but coming at you, you know, you'll it only takes 2 to 3 shots, well placed shots to kill them. For really large enemies, you know, I'll throw out like a rocket launcher every now and then, but yeah, yeah, either the shotgun or the Gatling gun.
Hmm.
I feel like it's heresy, you know, heresy that I'm saying Gatling gun. I feel like I need to be saying chain gun or something.
Well,
What
it's a minigun
is it? A minigun? Is that what they're called?
is what it is. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not so sure what the game itself actually calls it, but yeah, I mean, it would be a minigun.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, but at the same time, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be holding that thing, you know, like um, yeah. The so have you gotten the what's it? Uh,
Who's a what's it?
oh yeah, they do call it a chain gun. I just
Okay,
looked it up on the wiki.
cool.
Um, have you gotten like so you got the rocket launcher? Did you get like the plasma gun?
Yes, I've gotten the plasma gun. The plasma gun works pretty
That's my
well.
favorite gun.
It's a nice weapon, but I never use it because I never get enough ammo for it. So like when I have a lot of ammo, like I'll just use it until it's gone, and then like I probably won't use it for like the next couple of levels because you know you don't run across it that much. But it's
No, that's
like
true.
satisfying whenever it's satisfying to use, definitely.
Super rapid fire. Yeah, that was
So
always my favorite gun to use, dude.
mhm.
Have you gotten a BFG 9000 yet?
I have not gotten the BFG yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where it starts to show up or anything like that. I'm also like really bad with finding secrets in those games.
Hmm.
And it sucks too because like there's sometimes like I'll spend a lot of time on a level and I feel like I found like a crap ton of secrets, and then you know, I get to the end of the level and it'll like tell me my stats and I only found like 10%, and I'm like, where the fuck is all this stuff? So, but
Do you know what BFG stands for?
is that big funny gun?
Close.
What is it, Kyle?
Well, I mean, it's obvious. It stands for big fucking gun or big fecking gun.
Big fucking gun.
but
Hey guy, I got a big fucking gun here.
originally BFG stood for what it was originally intended to stand for was Blast Frequency Gun 9000.
Really?
Yep.
I was always like I thought that was like the big joke about the gun was they never even like attempted to, you know, put like a serious name to it. It was just like, yeah, it's called BFG, big fucking gun.
Nope. Nope. They had Blast Frequency Gun 9000. Look it up.
hmm
Um, but I mean, they changed it. They
hmm
changed it for humorous effect. It So I mean, in that respect, it was probably a big accident that we even have the big fucking gun. You know,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But that one is a riot to use, man.
Hmm.
Uh, cause yeah, just go running into a room, aggro all the enemies, and just shoot that thing at the door.
Oh man, I want to play some more Doom right now. It just like it holds up so well. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know if it's just like my mindset right now, but like I can just like envision, maneuvering around all the enemies and whatnot. Like it's so fluid. It just feels right. You know.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a reason. There's a reason why it was so popular.
Mhm. I think it's just like because I didn't grow up playing it and like I hear, like when people talk about FPSs, like you always kind of like you hear about Doom as like, oh, that's where it all started. After Wolfenstein 3D, there was Doom and Doom was great. And it's just kind of like I feel like it's just like, nostalgia driven and like everyone's, like, oh man, remember Doom? It was so awesome. But like you go back and you're like, yeah, it was Doom, it was alright. Um but I mean, like playing it with like semi-fresh eyes, like it's like extremely well made, extremely well made.
Dude, everybody played that game.
Mhm, mhm,
Everybody did.
mhm.
Like freaking people in churches, you know, girls, women played that game, dude. Like it's freaking weird.
Mhm.
Like it is, yeah. It was one of those. It's a phenomena in gaming that like literally everybody who's played games. Find me somebody that's never played Doom. That's
I
not 12. Okay.
I can find you somebody. There's a guy that I work with. He's
Okay.
only he,
Caveat. Find somebody my age that's never played Doom.
fair enough, fair enough,
All right.
fair
I
enough.
mean, it's kind of one of those things. Like, I guess maybe you did kind of have to be there, but
Mhm.
like, um, I mean, I don't know how well you remember 1994,
I don't
but
remember
I
1994
I
very well
was
at
in
all.
like junior high, so I remember that pretty good. And I remember
Uh,
passing out, having copies of that game on floppy disks. You know,
what are those? You
I
gotta, you
have
gotta.
some.
Okay, I just, like if you're gonna make a face, you gotta say something because the camera can't cut to
No,
you.
no, no, they must be in the other room. Yeah, no, I found a whole box of floppy disks, dude.
That's awesome.
Freaking nuts.
That is awesome.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, I've been playing a shit ton of Doom, and I feel like I'm just gonna keep playing some more of it because it's really enjoyable.
yeah, keep
Um,
it up. Beat the shit out of that game, man.
yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
die.
No,
You're
I
dead
found
already.
like I'm finally hitting the part where like it's becoming harder and harder, but I'm still pushing through it, and it's still giving me a lot of fun. Um, and it's funny that like I kind of got back into Doom, and I started wanting to play like more old school FPSs that I had never played. Game Informer ran an article, I don't know, on their website a couple weeks ago that was talking like the best old school FPS shooters that aren't Doom, Duke, or Quake. And I found one on there that was called Blood. It was by
I played that.
Have you?
I've totally played that.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Funny story. That's by Monolith Software. The guys who, I mean, granted, it's probably not the exact same guys, but the same guys who made Gotham City Imposters, which we've played quite a bit of in our day.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Never played that game.
I don't know what that game is. You were on that game for a hot fucking minute, man. You know it.
Are you kidding me? I'm still on that game. I love that game. Dude,
Um,
yeah, I totally remember. I'm looking it up now, dude. I remember the cover being the red handprint with
yep,
a bullet hole in it.
yep.
Yeah, I totally remember that game. I don't think I played it very long.
It's a like so I'm talking like Doom 2 is pretty rough and whatnot. Like that game's almost like rougher. But it's like it's got such a like awesome like atmosphere to it, you know, that I'm just not finding with some of the other older FPSs. Specifically, like you start out and your only weapon is a pitchfork, and the first weapon that you find is fucking dynamite, you know, and then the next weapon that you can find after that is a fucking flare gun. Like you don't get a gun until the second level,
Right.
you
You
know.
get you get like dynamite and a lighter, and you get oh at one point, dude, you get a voodoo doll.
Oh yeah.
You have a voodoo doll, and there's like a single shotgun and a double shotgun, and I believe you can dual wield pistols.
Probably that
I
sounds
think.
like
But
something you could do.
so, did you buy that game?
Yeah, I bought it on Google, the Good Old Games, GOG.com.
Oh, dude,
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 dude.
dude.
What are you doing this week?
Whatever you're about to suggest.
Well, we're playing that game too.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Let's do it, motherfucker.
done already. You know what? Just hit the button on this. I'm coming over right now. Fuck
Okay,
work.
thanks for joining us. We're gonna go play Blood.
We're going to play video games. Fuck you guys. See you later.
The weird thing though is, so every time I look it up, you know, I see it called Blood, but then I also see it sometimes called One Unit Whole Blood. Like, do you know what the whole purpose behind the name is? Like,
No, I, I don't know anything about the game other than I
it was a game that you
found it.
played.
Yeah, dude. I okay. Years and years and years ago, history lesson. Okay, gaming magazines came with
A demo
CD,
disc. Yeah,
a
I
CD,
remember that.
and it had a bunch of shit on there, you know. But they also put stuff on there that, like, they didn't advertise was on there
Hmm.
for some reason. And I remember finding a few games that way. I found the demo of Hexen because of that.
Hmm.
You know, it was on a PC Gamer disc, but that wasn't like the focus of what was on that disc. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is really weird, and I'm pretty sure that's where I found this Blood game.
Hmm.
Um, years and years and years and years ago.
I was
I think
like,
1997 is when
I
this
was gonna
game.
say it was probably like 14, 15 years ago, and I guess
Yeah,
17 years ago, but
yeah,
um. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, demo disc a lot of times will have like, you know, one or two or three like of the big releases that are coming out you know, they put on there and headline on the demo disc, but then you got some games tucked away in there and whatnot to check out.
yeah.
I miss demo disc, sorry. I grew up in you know, like it was a big thing to have a demo disc on your PlayStation and everything. That's how you found out about all those games, but I'll talk about that later.
Right.
Um
Hey, what did you ask that you said you saw the Blood game being labeled as something else? Blood, what?
One unit whole blood. Like whole spelled WHOLE. Like I have it installed
Okay.
from goodoldgames.com, and the desktop icon, you know, says one unit whole blood.
It's okay. I got the wiki here. It's a special edition collection.
Oh, okay.
Um, which was, let's see, included the fully patched full version of Blood, the Cryptic Passage expansion pack. Okay, it's all the expansion packs
Gotcha.
to
Okay.
Blood.
That
So,
makes sense. Yeah. But
yeah, okay, that makes sense. One unit,
mhm.
the whole of the game,
That makes total sense now. They should
and
just really rename it to like Blood Special Edition or something.
or just Blood, everything,
Everything blood.
everything except the AIDS.
So yeah, I checked that out, and that was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. I checked it out because it was done by Monolith Studios, and they're kind of a weird like B B team production or developer, you know, where like the games that they make aren't always like, you know, AAA successes, but they always have like really neat concept and ideas that make them fun, you know.
Mm.
You know, they're not going to get 9s and 10s through the review outlets, but they'll get, you know, solid 7s or solid 8s, and, you know, like try some new things that are really interesting. So that, you know, piqued my interest. And then like it kind of had that Duke Nukem type of, not humor, but like level of reference with specifically like Evil Dead and Army of Darkness and whatnot, which are, you know, some of my favorite movies. And I was there were some other stuff that, you know, that they took a lot of inspiration from. So I was like, I could totally get behind this, and downloaded it and, you know, fired it up, and it was definitely up my alley.
Nice.
So
Um, yeah, those man, I really want to see that game again, dude. Like I didn't have the attachment to that like I did with Doom or Duke Nukem, but
mhm.
especially Duke Nukem.
Mhm.
Holy shit, I love the hell out of that game.
Well, I'll tell you what. This weekend you should come over and we'll do some old school FPS playing. We'll have a good time. It'll be fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
So moving on from that, so that way we're not
Moving
running
on.
long this week. I don't really have much else to say about Doom or Blood or anything like that, but I'm gonna tell you about a new game I bought.
Yeah. What did you bought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought a game called OlliOlli that came out this week.
How did I know you were gonna buy that game, dude? I knew you were gonna buy that fucking game.
I
I saw it
don't.
on Steam and I was like, I'm gonna let Kyle buy this game.
Honestly, I had no intention on picking. Like, I shouldn't say that. Like, I was interested in it, but I hadn't actually planned on picking it up until like went on like a really good sale, and then
Hmm.
I got a 20% coupon through Steam because I own Hotline Miami, and it's published by the same developer. So that brought it down to just under $10, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And I've like I've never been so torn on a game before. It's really weird.
Oh yeah.
So I bought it, and let me explain the game real quick. It's set up like an endless runner on like a you know, a phone game. Um,
Okay.
so you're not actually like controlling, or fuck, how do I explain this game? It's a skateboarding
Wait, like
game.
Kitten Cannon?
No, but
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm
no,
talking
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Kitten Cannon.
about? That game's awesome.
I grew up with the internet. I used to play that at work all the time.
Holy shit, I'm playing that at work tomorrow.
No, so it's a skateboarding game, but it's not a skateboarding game like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is a skateboarding game. It's set up like an endless runner where your character is constantly like moving forward. You know, you don't control exactly like where your character goes. He just goes forward. And it's a game about, you know, making combos and, you know, getting a high score and going as far as you can to the end of the level, and um, just stuff like that. But the thing that I I booted it up, and immediately, like after like playing the first level, I like immediately had buyer's remorse. I wanted to return it.
Uh,
I was like, this game is shit. I'm never playing this again. And it's the controls. The controls are so fucking like nuts, and they're not like super hard, but like I can't wrap my brain around it. It's like it's too much. So it has this system where, you know, you okay, so the A button jumps, and then you can, you know, or no. What am I talking about? The A button doesn't even jump. That's my fucking problem.
remap that shit, dude.
You can't. It's not a game where you can remap it.
Uh,
Uh, so okay, so you can already see where my first problem is. The A button doesn't jump, and I assume that the A button's going to jump, so that constantly is fucking me up. Anyway, in order to do a trick, you're just like moving the left stick. Okay, if you flick the left stick up, he does an ollie. If you flick it down, he does an ollie again. If you flick it to the right, he does a kick flip. If you flick it to the left, he does a heel flip. And then if you like twirl it around and use the shoulder buttons and whatnot, like he'll do different modifiers with it. And the other thing that like drives me insane is that A is the land button, and you need to use that button to land the trick properly. If you don't, you'll land it sloppy, you'll get
Uh,
no points, and you'll slow down to almost to a halt. Go on, sorry.
so it does like the opposite of jump.
Yes. Yes. And that was my biggest problem at first was I was trying to play it like a Tony Hawk game, and it's not a Tony Hawk game. And oh my god, I was like, I can't explain to you like how upset I was that I had bought this. I was like, this game is shit, and I can't believe I just wasted $10 on it. But I like, so I didn't even go to the tutorial. I just immediately went into the game and was just having a bad time. So I backed out. I went to the tutorial and kind of went through it a little bit, and then I went back and played the first level. And I swear, I shit you not, I played this first level for at least a half hour, and I got the hang of it, and it's actually a pretty good game, but it's like really hard for me to play because I still can't like wrap my head around the controls like fully. Like I'm still trying to control it differently than what it needs to be controlled as. It's such a weird experience. I don't know.
See, I don't like that. Like
Hmm.
you can't remap the keys. Forget about it.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know, dude. That's one thing I've never really been able to do in games. Is like learn their way
Their
of
their
controlling
control
the game.
scheme. Yeah.
It's like, no, I want to use spacebar to jump. I want to use, WASD.
Hmm.
I want to use F for open, not E. I fucking hate that shit.
Why F though?
Just because that's what I'm used to, man. It's
I've
like what I've
never
done forever.
I've never heard of anyone using F. That's amazing.
Why not? It's right there.
I don't
Just
I, I don't know. I just
hit the
no
F key.
I have no idea. Nobody's just ever said I use F to open. That's cool.
I don't think I've ever. Um, I don't really play games on their defaults. Actually, I want to say League is probably the first game that I've ever just played on its default to just learn the game.
That's interesting.
Learn that. So, but anyway, so
Um,
you
I
don't
mean,
like OlliOlli, OlliOlli
mm,
Oxenfree.
I'm still up in the air on it. Like,
Ha, get it? It's like a skateboarding game and he's up in the air.
right. Um,
That's a terrible joke.
I'm uh I'm still like half and half on it. Like I can see
Uh,
where I would definitely like it, but I still need to play it more and kind of get used to it before I can like really give it. And that kind of that's I keep asking myself is like shouldn't that like hinder how much you like it? Is the fact that you are having a hard time playing it?
are you asking me?
Yeah, I guess
That
kind
didn't
of.
sound like
Sorry.
a question towards me. I'm sorry. Um, well, yes and no, but I mean, how many things over the course of your life have you come to like with time?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like your gut reaction to something's not always correct.
Right.
So, um,
You're gonna have to. This is gonna be
yeah, I
really
swear to
weird.
Christ, if you segue into, well, you should try XCOM, I'm just gonna slap you.
No, actually, I apologize for doing this, but I need to take a quick break. I can hear my daughter crying in the background. I need to go tend to her real quick. So I don't know, Kyle. Do you know any songs? You want to sing a song for our break
Yeah,
music? And I'll
no,
be.
just hit the pause button.
There is no pause button. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, are you still there?
Welcome black.
Hey, I'm black.
Hmm.
Sorry about that.
White's the new black.
Oh boy. So yeah, I apologize for anyone who tuned in during that moment of silence there.
It was horrifying. I muted
Hopefully.
my mic and my camera.
Oh wow, man, you didn't even try to entertain the folks. You're just like, up, we're taking a break.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know, recite some poetry or something.
I guess I could have gotten the dictionary out, and that would have been fun.
Yeah, totally. Or the phone book, one of the two. Um, so yes, OlliOlli, I'm up in the air on that. That was a great joke, by the way. I apologize. I didn't laugh at that.
That was a horrible joke.
That was a good joke. Sorry. No, like it sucked because like you were talking and like all I could hear was like her crying and I was just like
Gotta go, gotta go.
Yeah.
Who
So
was it?
Natalie had to go
Yeah,
potty.
of course, it's freaking Natalie. Jeez, Natalie.
Hopefully one day she'll watch this when she's older and she'll be like, I really hate Uncle Kyle, and I'll be like, that's why
No
we don't
way.
talk to him anymore.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm
whatever.
kidding.
She freaking loves me, dude.
She does. She really does.
I don't know where
Um,
that came from, dude. That kid used to freaking hate me, man.
that kid
Oh
used
my
to
god.
that kid used to freaking hate everybody. She was
Jeez.
very antisocial, and she would only hang out with mom and dad. She didn't like anyone else. So
Yeah, that's why the first time I came over to your house, dude, and she was like, Uncle Kyle. I was like, holy shit.
who are you? What
Like,
have you
what
done to
the-
that kid that hated me?
yeah, I was like, you hate me. Why are you talking to me?
So,
Oh, God.
so yeah, Ollie Ollie up in the air. I really want to like it. I kind of do like it, but there's a certain barrier that's really hard for me to get over. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens with that. Um, next and last but not least is a game with a name that I have a hard time pronouncing. Kyle, do you wanna take a shot at this one?
Uh,
I'll
and,
spell it out real quick. It's Anachronox.
Anachronox.
I think that's what it is. I think it's like Anachronox.
Anachronox. Yeah, okay, I can see
Yeah, I
Anachronox.
want to say it's Anachronox, but I don't know. I can't be 100% sure. So I recently picked up the Square Enix Humble Bundle. That's still going on. If you're listening to this, uh, I think it ends like the first week of March. Next week is when it ends. They've got a lot of good deals on there, but this was one of the games that was in the lowest tier that you could pay just $1 and get. And I didn't think anything of it. I was just kind of like, I honestly, I got the Humble Bundle for two games. One of them was Daikatana, the great John Romero game that sucked ass. And that was because honestly, like, I've heard so much things on it, I had to play it for myself. And I did, and we'll talk about that some other time. It's just not really worth anything yet.
That's a story for another day.
And what was the second one that I got it
God,
for?
dude, you were just like on the freaking old ass games, dude. This game came out 13 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. 2001
Yep.
is when it came out. In fact, I can't remember what the other game was that I picked that bundle up for. It was in the second tier. Hitman Absolution, which I kind of had through PlayStation Plus, but I figured if I paid for it and got it on my PC, I could enjoy it there, which is where I play most of my games is on PC. Oh, and Thief. I was interested in Thief. Um,
Those games were kind of cool.
yeah. Um,
Ooh,
yeah.
Day 6, huh?
Yeah. They have in the $15 tier. They have the original Deus Ex, and they have the new Deus Ex Human Revolution. Those two games are really good. So I recommend everyone pick it up. I always say that about Humble Bundles, because they it goes to charity and they always have some really good games in there. They get a lot of flack sometimes for the way that they structure everything, but once again, like, it goes to charity. If you don't like it, then don't fucking buy it. Quit bitching about stuff that you get for free.
Wait,
Anywho,
do they get?
well, I mean, specifically in this bundle, you're getting,
It goes directly to Make a Wish. Come on now.
yeah,
And Games
yeah.
Aid. I don't know about Games Aid.
I mean, a lot of people just get like really funky about humble bundles now because um, like when you, because people used to just like buy the bundle and then use the keys to sell the keys, and then like when they stopped allowing you to sell the keys, and just like redeem it straight to your Steam account or gift it to another Steam account, um, you know, like people got all uppity about it. They're like, "Well, I should be able to sell the keys if I want to." This is bullshit. Why should I? Why would I pay this money to get these games and not be able to sell these games? And it's like, I think you're
Well,
misunderstanding the point.
so they're wanting to just make money off the backs of
Yeah, dude, there were
a
entire
charitable organization. They can go fuck themselves, dude.
yeah, yeah.
That their point is null and void.
Yeah, there
That's
were like there were entire websites that were dedicated to gathering these keys and selling them, separately and everything like that. And like I like you're missing the fucking point. It's not about
yeah.
like trying to make a buck off of it for yourself. Like they're giving you this great bundle of games for like a really good deal, and like a portion of it goes to fucking charity. Like.
And if you look at the default, not even a very good portion.
Mhm.
Like if I bought this right now at the uh 20, I can't math. I just can't do it.
I can't math.
Huh?
It's
Yeah,
not in my nature.
$25
Mhm.
tier is
Mhm.
what it's got on the thing by default.
Mhm.
Okay, only $2.50 goes to Games Aid and Make a Wish. Most of it goes to Square Enix.
Yeah, that is
If
true.
you go with the default sliders, which I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just
Mhm.
I would just jack that Square Enix thing down to like 50 cents.
Yeah. Um,
I
Mine
mean,
showed five.
the developers need some money, but dude, they already made their money off these games.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, come on. How old are these games? Sir.
I mean, most of them are really old. Hitman Absolution is probably the newest one on there.
Yeah. I mean, come
Um,
on. A Deus Ex
mhm.
Game of the Year edition of the first one
Mhm.
that came out when I was a fucking teenager. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that was 2001 or so. Also, 2000, I
Yeah.
think it was. So anyway, yeah, I picked up
Okay,
this
so I wasn't even a
game.
teenager. I was a full-on adult at that point. Damn.
That you're an old person.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I picked up this game, Anachronox or Anachronox, however you say it. Um,
Anachronistic.
yeah, sure, anachronistic, sure, that sounds great. So
You sound, dude. You totally sound like you're in dad mode, dude. You're just like, yeah, whatever, kid. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Just keep going. Just keep spewing bullshit out of your face.
I'm sorry.
I just got dadded by my younger friend. That's
I'm, s- you're totally right. That's.
all good.
I'm
That's
totally
all good.
sorry.
Dude, I
Oh boy.
pulled
Okay,
it out.
can Daddy talk now? Can Daddy
Yes.
talk? Daddy's
Yeah.
trying to talk.
Yeah. Go talk.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Kyle,
call you daddy.
Kyle, shut up. Daddy's trying to talk.
There's my childhood right there. Kyle, shut up. But shut up.
Oh man. So anyway, I I picked up the bundle and I got this game with it. And I thought nothing of it, and then I was on Reddit or something like that, and everyone was talking about the games that you were getting and bitching about the games that they were getting. A lot of people were really upset about Daikatana. They're like, "What? Let's put Daikatana in this. This really makes it a shit deal." It's like it's one fucking game. Shut up. Anyway, and like a lot of people were talking about this game, Anachronox, and I was just kind of like, whatever. Yeah, a lot of people like a lot of weird games. And then somebody mentioned, like it's essentially it's like a Western developed PC like JRPG, similar to like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger. And like immediately I was like, ooh, my like ears perked up. I was like, I like Final Fantasy, I like Chrono Trigger. What's going on here? So I looked into it and everything like that, and sure as shit, like it's very like it harkens back to, I guess, at that time it wasn't necessarily the olden days of JRPGs, but it tries a lot of those systems that are in those games, and but it has a very Western twist to it, you know. And so I haven't played a whole lot of it, but I can tell you right now, and I plan on talking about it more, like the more that I get to play it, because I only booted it up, I think, on like Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday, yeah. But I can tell you right now, like it's got a lot of charm, and I'm extremely interested to see what it is. So that's all I really have to say at the moment. But
Cool.
it's kind of fun. And,
Mm,
I just
maybe we'll fire that up.
it's a game that was developed by Ion Storm,
Probably not.
and you can totally tell because like it's really fucking hard to control. Which
Oh, really?
I say that because it's like, all right, use every goddamn key on the keyboard. If you remember, Deus Ex does that. It's like, all right, you're gonna use the
Yeah, we had 107 keys, and we gotta use 110.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. So, yeah, I look forward to talking about that more. The game is super interesting, to say the least.
Cool. Cool.
So, all right, so that's what I've been playing for this last week, and I talked about it for fucking ever.
Hey, that's you know what, dude?
Mhm.
Seriously though, it's a welcome change. I honestly feel like even on the old podcast and like what we've been trying to get going here, I honestly feel like, dude, I just ramble, And I know I talk a lot, but yeah, I need to learn how to shut the fuck up.
I appreciate the things you have to say, though, so it's all
Yeah.
right. You
So
got
does the
a
internet.
friend in me.
Internet.
You got a friend
No.
in me.
Yes, that's true, but don't do
The
that.
milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did you see what I did there? I added in the Full House theme. You miss your old
Oh,
familiar
you did, didn't
friends.
you?
Just around the
Oh my
bend.
god.
Anyway,
You're a dork.
what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing.
All right,
That's it.
cool. Let's move on to games.
No, dude, for the whole week, all of my gaming was Risk of Rain, dude.
Oh my God, really?
Uh, I couldn't.
I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
I couldn't fucking put it down. Um,
Did you accomplish any amazing feats?
I did. I actually unlocked two other characters.
Oh my God.
And I keep forgetting I got to say something before that didn't even show up. So okay, I accidentally unlocked two other characters. One of them is called Acrid. Um, and he's a melee character. Okay, he has like poisons and dots. He can lay like this poison out behind him. I gotta
Mhm.
adjust this camera because it's all moving down again.
I want to see the
And it's
bottom
just
of
gonna
your
keep freaking doing it now, you shit.
pay for better cameras.
It's not the camera. It's mounted on my monitor and it just keeps sliding forward. Um, okay, so actually in order for me to remember all of this, I'm gonna have to
Gonna have to look it
look
up.
it real quick. Yeah.
Well, while you look that up, I will say that I played a little bit of Risk of Rain, and I find it's like a great game to like in between games. So like, cause I'm the type of person who plays like fucking 5 games at once, and like
Right.
I'll look at my 200 and some odd games that I own, and I'll go, oh, I've got nothing to play, or like I want to play something, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just yet. like Risk of Rain's like the perfect like investment of, you know, it's not going to take that much time, and you know, you can kind of do something else while you're doing it. It's actually where I like listen to a lot of podcasts and whatnot to catch up on them over the weekend, is by, you know, listening to the podcast while playing Risk of Rain.
Right.
Um, and yeah, so I've been playing as the Enforcer character, and I'm doing like really good with that character as opposed to the Commando character.
Really?
Yeah,
Man, dude, I can't play that guy for
I,
shit.
it's honestly like you just that shield, you know, the thing that blocks all the incoming damage from the front
Hmm.
and whatnot. You just back yourself up to a corner, you drop that shield, and you just blow away.
Nice.
And you shoot faster with that shield. So if you get that what is it, the War Banner or whatever upgrade where it drops it whenever you
Oh
level up, so
yeah,
you shoot
and you just
faster.
drop it on yourself there.
Dude, like
It just
I was I was taking shit out like it was nothing.
nice.
Um, you know, so yeah, like we definitely need to play co-op. I definitely need to play that character with us playing co-op. And I don't remember if we mentioned on the last one we planned on doing a let's play of it this week, but that didn't necessarily go through. So look for it next week. I definitely want to do a let's play of Risk of Rain, since we've been talking about it for every episode now.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we got to show this game off, dude. This game's
Yeah.
freaking just. This game is just awesome, dude. Okay, so I unlocked two characters, and I don't know how I did it. Okay, well, I'm now that I'm looking at the website here, I unlocked the engineer, and you unlock the engineer by purchasing 40 drones.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
like over the
Over
course
the
of
course.
multiple
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, I think at one time I've had like 7 drones at
Hmm.
one time.
Damn, that's nuts.
Um, and that was on that screenshot that I showed you. Um, so yeah, so I unlocked the engineer, tried him out, didn't like him so much. He's got like a grenade launcher. You
Hmm.
know, he shoots little grenades out, and then he's got like a mine and thermal harpoons. Like obviously we know what mines are, but the thermal harpoons shoot up into the air and then track enemies. So it's like, you know, that missile power up that you can have that shoots missiles off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's one of your abilities.
Hmm. That's
And
cool.
then, huh?
I said that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Um, Whew. Excuse me, it's late. I got up early. Um, and then and then an automatic turret. He can have like 2 of those at a time out. You know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and I mean, he sounds cool, but man, he can't take damage worth of shit. If you start getting hit with him, dude, you're done. Just forget it. You know, just put it away. So I don't really have a whole lot to say about him, but the accurate dude. I
Hmm.
unlocked this guy. Oh, okay, now I remember where I unlocked him from. He was on the 3rd level. He was like in a box, and to unlock him, it just says "Free the chained creature." I
Really?
didn't kill him. I just stayed on the level long enough, and it just gave it to me. Um, After freeing him from the enclosure, but I didn't kill him. He shows up as a boss.
Hmm.
Um, But this guy's fucking cool, dude. He's melee, so that kind of sucks.
Hmm.
But he's got this one thing that he does. It's a short range shot. It's kind of like the Enforcer's shotgun, but it hits everything. You know,
Hmm.
like his shotgun hits everything, but it's about the same range as that. And then my favorite ability that he has, Caustic Sludge, dude. He secretes poisonous sludge for 2 seconds, speeds himself up while he's standing on it, and slowing enemies and hurting them while they're standing on it.
Damn.
And it lasts for a good amount of time too, dude. I've played this guy a lot, Not as much as the Commando because I love the Commando, dude. But not as much as him, obviously, because I just got him. But dude, I would have enemies. I would just sit on a rope for a little while and wait for enemies to pile up, dude, and then just run down there and run that caustic sludge all under them, and then jump back on the rope and wait for him to die. It's freaking nuts, dude. He's also got this other thing called Epidemic,
Yeah.
his big cooldown, and it's a dot. He's all about damage over time,
Hmm.
dude.
Mhm, mhm.
He's fucking cool to play, dude. It's getting to be a toss up between the Commando and this guy. He just does so much damage in a little space, dude.
Mhm.
Um, and especially like God forbid, you know how like you'll have enemies pile up, in certain parts of the map, like down in like a little like hole in the ground,
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll like pile up in there, and stuff, and then you got to go to at some point you've got to go down there and fight them.
Mhm.
With this guy, dude, you just like run down, like run down there, drop that shit, hit him with your thing, and then run the fuck out of there. You know,
And watch
he
him
just
just
does.
die.
Yeah, and just watch him dot to death, dude. Oh, and that epidemic things, it's an epidemic. It goes to other enemies
Mhm, mhm.
too.
That's
So
neat.
like you hit one enemy with it, they take it to other enemies. So it just spreads around the map. Well, not around the map, but around the little space that you're in. It
Yeah,
doesn't go
yeah.
too far, but it'll go probably about half the screen. So
Mhm.
if you shoot an enemy, that's on, like this is the screen, like you shoot an enemy over here, it'll spread to everywhere in here, any
Mhm.
ledge or anything in there, probably. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
He,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
What? No, go ahead.
He doesn't have the way. He doesn't have a whole lot in the way of healing, but you pick up a few power ups, especially the power up that heals you when you do damage. Because if I remember correctly, it heals you on the dots that you're doing.
Oh yeah.
So that epidemic can end up healing you quite a bit
Oh yeah, yeah. I could
all
I
at
could
one
see
time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
and then
Mhm.
because of the acrid.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I
Mhm.
beat the third stage.
Oh my God.
My first time playing the Acrid, I just blew through the third stage. Now, I had hit a brick wall with that third stage. Like I was telling my cousin, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong, but I can't beat that third stage.
Mhm.
And um, it was terrible. But since I beat the third stage, I got the bandit. Now, this guy's kind of cool. This guy's pretty cool too. He has a shot that has a 0 second cooldown, so it can literally fire as fast as you can pull the trigger.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, if you can just rip off the shots, man, he can just rip off the shots.
I like
He,
the sound of that.
yeah, it's pretty fun. He's got like a little grenade that he can toss out. Um, well, dynamite rather. And then my favorite ability on this guy, dude, smoke bomb. It literally reads turn invisible. After 3 seconds or after using another ability, surprise and stun enemies for 140% damage. That's if you're basically standing on them.
Yeah, yeah.
But dude, it's so awesome. You'd be surrounded by enemies, just hit that, you instantly drop aggro. They just act like you're not even standing on the ledge there
Really?
with them. Yeah,
Wow.
it's awesome. So I mean, obviously, it works really good to get away from them.
Mhm.
You know, so and then he has the questionable ability called Lights Out. It says take aim for a headshot, dealing 600% damage. If the ability kills an enemy, it resets all of his cooldowns.
Really?
Yeah. Now there's an achievement for killing a boss with that, and there's an achievement for killing like 15 enemies in a row with it. I haven't gotten those just yet, but I will.
Not just yet.
Yep. But I don't really like him. I don't really like the bandit all that much, though. I don't know why. I just kind of don't. I really prefer that commando. Just because I think he's just got the perfect mix of abilities. You know, like he can keep an enemy off of him well enough between his suppressive fire and the full metal jacket, plus being able to shoot all the way across the map, dude.
Right.
You know, like in a straight line, and then that roll dive that makes you completely invulnerable while you're rolling. But then you know what happened? I beat the game.
Oh wow!
Oh man, that was a freaking rush, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, if I recall correctly, I remember one Kyle Penrod saying 2 episodes ago that I don't think this game can really end. It's an endless game.
I thought it was an endless game.
But no longer?
Well, yeah. No, dude, I thought it was an endless game.
Yeah.
I just thought like you would just keep going through levels and it never ends.
Eventually it would get so hard that you know you
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would eventually get so hard that it's impossible. You know, which turns out doesn't happen. There is a ceiling on how hard it can be. And it's called ha 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 ha. But then, since I beat the game, I got a sniper character.
Oh yes.
Now this guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy any good?
This guy is the damage, dude. All right. So let me just. There's one seriously annoying thing that he's got, though, and I'll tell you in just a second. Okay? His snipe ability, okay? Shoot an enemy for 250% damage. Reactivate the ability to reload your weapon, granting bonus damage if timed correctly. Yes. That's the annoying thing. You have to reload his weapon for him. All right? But it comes up with like a little sliding bar underneath him, and if you hit it like right in the middle there, his next shot does bonus damage.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you've got to get pretty good at. You can't just shoot, which kind of makes this guy really fucking hard to play by solo, because dude, you end up with just massive amounts of enemies, and with his rate of fire. He's not going to be able to kill him very easily.
Yeah.
So you have to shoot, reload, shoot, reload. You know, you got that big pause there while the slider comes back around. You know, and then he's got steady aim, carefully take aim, increasing the damage the longer the button is held. Now this does have a ceiling, and when the thing is full, you will shoot it.
Oh, really? So it's not like. You thought he would what?
I thought he would hold it when I first went to do that, but no, he does shoot it, even if nothing's there. So
well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but if you can hold it that long, that thing does a serious amount of damage, dude. It up to 2,000% damage. Okay, like a lot of damage. Yeah, and then he's got military training, which is a backflip, and he cannot be hit while rolling. So it's similar to the commando, except it's not forward.
It's back. Okay, that's good. Oh wow, that would be. I could see that be like kind of confusing. Especially
yeah,
if you play if you play the commando a lot.
Yeah. But then keep in mind the steady aim. He has his ultimate ability is he's got this little spotter that floats around him,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it's called he can have that go scan, and it says to send your spotter out to analyze the most dangerous enemy. Okay, increasing critical strike chance against it by 100%. Now think
Mm.
of critical strike chance and then think of 2000% damage. All
Yeah.
right.
Use
Now,
those in tandem.
right. He can one shot bosses, dude.
Nice.
Like s- uh every meaning of the phrase one shot. I did it to a Colossus. Colossus on the map. I
Hmm.
killed everything else, left the Colossus so I could set this up because I wanted to see this.
Hmm.
And yes, one shot, dude. Set
Nice.
that spotter out, charge that thing all the way up. Poof. It was awesome because his health was across the top of the screen, and it just went down, and it dropped inside him. I was like, wow, dude. That guy does so much damage. But, man, he takes so long to set shit up, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
And you have to be able to safe spot the enemies. There's just no way you can stand there, uh, on the same thing with them. You've
Hmm.
got to be able to get back and shoot them. Um, I don't really, I don't like him because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Doesn't gel well with your playstyle.
No, no, he doesn't do too good. I
Hmm.
also forgot that the bandit gains 1.5% crit chance per level
Hmm. That's cool.
as he levels. So it's funny because he's like the only one that has a bonus stat
Hmm.
that I have. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's weird. So yeah,
That's cool. Yeah. I've been playing it a little bit also, and I can definitely say that's probably going to be like one of our games of the year this year. Like we've been
yeah,
playing a lot of it.
oh yeah. But I beat the game, dude. Oh
Yeah.
my god. It was so insane. I was like, I yelled, I was like, yeah, when I beat it and everything. Oh my god, dude, it was great.
That's awesome. I'm glad for you. Congratulations.
Yep,
So,
good stuff. But
anything else?
that is unfortunately all I have played this week. Seriously.
Damn.
So
Well, sweet
I
deal.
just don't really care about anything else, dude. That game is so awesome.
Risk of Rain is love. Risk
Yep.
of Rain is life.
Yes, it is
That's
love.
the second time I've made that joke tonight.
Yep.
I'm
There
topical.
you go. So
It's
you'll have
awesome.
to you'll have to forgive me for not being all that talkative, but I'm getting really tired.
That is a all right. That is a all right. I can't even say words
Hey,
anymore.
all right.
Hey, welcome to the fans. I'm done. I'm
No,
done. I'm not making that joke again.
don't do that.
Where are we at here? All right, so we're about 120 minutes now, an hour and 20 minutes. We'll jump into news real quick. The big news this week is that thing called Google, right?
No,
The thing that we're kind of like using right now.
no. Really? Is that what
Yeah,
this? Oh, I didn't know
yeah, we're using the old Google Plus.
that.
Google, and it doesn't seem like it's been officially announced yet, but enough news outlets are running it from enough anonymous sources that Google is purchasing Twitch, the live streaming video game website.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that? How does that make you
I don't
feel,
like it.
Kyle? Why?
I don't like it.
Why?
I kind of always felt like people that use Twitch because they don't want to use YouTube.
Hmm.
And if Google acquires Twitch, what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to stay Twitch, or do you think it'll just be, smashed into YouTube?
I don't I don't know. Because a lot of the same a lot of the things that Twitch does, YouTube kind of can do also, albeit not very well. I mean, you can live stream on YouTube. We're kind of already live streaming on YouTube right here.
Right.
Um, you know, but how do I put it? I don't really know. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, is this really a bad thing? Like I feel like it's a bad thing because it's like Twitch has become such a huge player in streaming content, and Google has become like such a fucking like monstrosity, and they just keep buying everything up, and it's kind of like, I miss the old Google when they were just kind of like making
That's
shit up
right.
as they went. Instead now it's like they buy everything up, and they're kind of going against their whole "don't be evil" mantra that they have. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. This is like
I don't know, dude. To be fair, I'm pretty sure they lost that "don't be evil" thing a few years ago. So
yeah, yeah. No, I would agree. It's just I don't know. It leaves a weird feeling in my stomach. It's like this doesn't seem like a bad thing, but it also seems like a really bad thing at the same time. You know.
well,
Um,
yeah, because like I said, it is always uh it's always kind of felt like to me when I watch people on Twitch. And when I ask people, well, why Twitch? Why not YouTube? Of course, Twitch by default streams in high def and everything. So,
mhm,
um, but and it's always kind of seemed to me like nobody's ever come out and just outright said I use Twitch because I hate YouTube.
mhm,
You know, but it's kind of just like the underlying connotation.
mhm.
Like, well, I like to use Twitch because their logo's purple, or just
And
so
I'm an
it.
idiot.
Well, no, I'm not trying to say that they're morons, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that the explanation that they gave me just didn't seem like it was good enough.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
um, because I mean, come on, think about it. Like just the first seriously, somebody says, you know, sh- internet streaming video. What pops into your head, dude?
Twitch.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. But I mean,
Like first, no, dude. If you say okay, you pull some random person off the street and you said internet streaming video, they're gonna say YouTube.
yeah, fair enough.
I mean, come on. YouTube's been around. I mean, it start,
Well,
you know, it, for a while, and it's gotten huge, dude. Like, I actually did not expect YouTube to get like this.
mhm,
I
mhm.
really didn't.
Fair enough. I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. You said streaming, and I just thought live streaming. Yeah, if you asked me what was the biggest video site on the internet, I would probably tell you YouTube.
Yeah, of course,
So,
because it is. You
well,
know.
yeah, no, and it definitely is. And the more that I think about it, when Google originally bought YouTube, it wasn't it wasn't that bad, because it was just kind of like, okay, now Google owns YouTube, and Google gets revenue from YouTube and everything like that, and it was just kind of like YouTube just kind of stayed the same as it was, not a whole lot changed. But over the years, they started, integrating Google Plus into it, and started cracking down a lot more on, the content that was in there and copyrights. Some of it rightfully so. Others, you know, they were citing far too much with the content creators, in an unfair way. But I mean, like you look at what YouTube has become, and it's almost like I don't know how to explain it. I just remember YouTube being this like magical place where like anyone could have a video, and you could be somebody on YouTube. Now I feel like you have to have a huge corporation behind you to be somebody on YouTube, you know,
Uh,
and that's kind of like I feel like that kind of takes away what YouTube was.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at us and our, non viewers and responses, to our videos.
But
Um, well, yeah, and that kind of further reinforces why somebody wouldn't want to be a part of that.
hmm
Um, because if you, I mean, if you think that's a bad thing, why would you take part in it?
hmm
So I don't know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like Google buying Twitch, I wouldn't say is like a big issue just yet, because I feel like in the coming year or two, maybe even three, we won't even notice a difference. It won't be like, Twitch, suddenly changes everything and integrates with YouTube and this, that, and the other thing. I feel like Twitch will probably be the same, for the first year or so, and then like little subtle things will start happening. It'll be like, all right, well, you live stream to Twitch, you can send it straight over to your YouTube, but then that'll turn into like, you know, in order to do that, you need a Google Plus account, and
Yeah.
hey, let's sign up with this, and just I do fear for it, and it sucks because I remember when Google was like the best name in tech, like you trusted Google, and now I just feel like you can't trust Google anymore.
Well, I mean, they're a company, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they got to make
Were they
money,
ever
so
really trustworthy? Probably not.
yeah,
So
probably not. I mean, at the end of the day, like not every company can have your best interest in mind, but
oh no, they
I guess
they have their own, just like everybody else
Google
in
did a pretty
the
good job of making you feel good about it.
yeah.
So I don't any other words you want to say on Google? We never actually said the price. Looks like it's a cool $1 billion that they spent on YouTube,
Hmm.
or not YouTube, Twitch.
Right.
Um, next thing you'll hear is Bing will buy UStream. Yeah,
What the hell is UStream?
thanks. It's another live streaming service. Thanks for that yawn.
I'm sorry. I'm trying hard not to, man. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, dude.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Um, once again, do you have anything else you want to say on the matter?
Of course, wait a second.
What?
YouTube wasn't always Google.
No, no, it wasn't. It started as its own little thing.
Well, I typed in YouTube, Google acquire YouTube, and guess what? Twitch
What?
came up, and it's like that's not what I typed, shithead.
Did you use Google?
I did.
They're like, hey, check out this new thing we bought. It's
Okay, it
gonna
was
be great.
2006 that Google
Yeah.
bought YouTube.
Yeah, I want to say like 2005 was when YouTube was like, I guess, quote unquote invented. It wasn't very long after YouTube came out that Google picked them up. I
Yeah,
remember I remember back in the day when there was Google Videos, which was essentially the Google version of YouTube,
right.
and it was not that good.
Yeah, I remember searching for porn on there. I couldn't find any.
Why would you Why would you search for porn on Google Videos?
Dude, tell me you've never searched for porn on YouTube or anything.
No, but the fact that I
Bullshit.
had
You've
to
at least typed in boobs.
okay, the fact that I had to think about that, I'll give you that much. I probably typed
Yeah,
in boobs and stuff like that, but
I
you
know.
know,
There you go.
I've
The
never
first
like
thing anybody searches for.
never
You
straight out like searched porn on YouTube. That would be
get a
ridiculous.
new search box. You want to see, dicks and boobs. So preferably together.
That's how I test how good my search boxes are. I type in dick and boobs and see what comes up.
Yep. So
Okay, so with that being said, I think that's pretty
okay.
much our show. What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I actually had a point to make though.
Oh,
Like
please.
Google acquired YouTube,
Hmm.
but then YouTube didn't go away and
Hmm.
become something else.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably yeah, it might Twitch will probably stay around and still be its own thing. It's just that Google owns it.
Yeah.
So But yeah, I do. They probably will be like, oh, did you want to use your Google Plus account? Because fucking YouTube does that to me all the time. It wants to, like, I use my YouTube account as Raceland355,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's because I'm not too keen on uh, broadcasting my name out there sometimes.
Even though I
Which
say you're.
doesn't really matter all that much, to be perfectly honest with you now that I think about it. But at the same time, I've got all of my subscriptions and everything under Raceland355, and it's constantly switching me over to Kyle Penrod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just does it. And then none of my subscriptions show up and everything, and it's like, I swear to Christ, I'm gonna shoot something.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's annoying. Because they're trying to force me to use the Google Plus account, and I don't like Google Plus.
Mm-hmm. I
So
mean,
it's too little, too late.
yeah.
You came on the scene when Facebook was, when Facebook was in its prime, dude, and it's just give it up, dude. Quit trying to force everybody into using this bullshit. you know.
Never.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. There's my rant.
That's your old man Penrod rant for the night.
I say, Sonny, this is some bullshit.
Back in my day, you just had a YouTube account, and that was it. Well, it was
Yep.
good days.
Well, back in my day, you used Yahoo as a search engine. Fucking Google didn't even exist.
Yeah, what?
Yahoo!
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Who?
You, you, you fucking heard me, goddammit! Shut the fuck up. Oh my
Oh
god, this
man,
is
that
stupid.
that devolved into stupidity.
Yep.
So that's the show for this week. What are your plans for the next week? For the next 7 days, Kyle Penrod. What do
I
you?
don't know. Do you have any suggestions on anything that I should play? And don't say XCOM.
Well, there's an awesome game that starts with an X, ends with an M, and has a CO in between, and you should check that out because it's a fun game. Um,
Okay. Don't suggest XCOM any damn way you can possibly fucking imagine it. Oh,
what?
there. I just. God dang it, Dan. I gotta get better at this. Um, did you see on Steam like the three new survival games that are up there? Fucking three.
I probably have, but I zone them out anymore.
Dude, this shit has got to stop. Okay, there's Darkwood, okay, which is on sale 10% off 13.49. But, 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 I'm not seeing it. It's not popping up. It was called The Forest.
hmm
Open World Survival Horror, 14.99, and the other one's off the list. I can't remember it.
Was
I
it
know there was
was it
what?
unturned?
It
No.
may have been unturned.
It has like Minecraft-esque graphics, like
Yeah, I
block
think
people.
okay, yeah, yep,
Yeah.
that seems like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I'm pretty sure almost all of those are like early access games. Yep. Unturned is early
Seriously.
access. The Forest, I think, is early access. I don't know. I think Darkwood is early access. I'm pretty sure that. Let's see here. Yeah, Darkwood is early access, and The Forest is. I had to enter my birth date in for that one. Yep, totally early access. So, yep.
I
So,
mean, just stop.
no, I agree. I agree.
I mean,
Um,
it's horrible. And apparently Kenny's been playing it.
yeah. Kenny plays a lot of those games. So, I don't know. I
So
I I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like this fad's got to die at some point.
Yeah, not soon enough, man. Damn, seriously.
It's gonna
You know,
happen eventually.
this is why I'm having a hard time finding fucking games to play, man. Because they're all fucking survival horror games that either have, you know, some idiot. You know what? Just make a survival horror game that has aliens in it instead of zombies. You know, I'm just or just anything different for fuck's sake. Make some different shit. God damn. First world problems. I don't like any of the thousands of video games that are available to me for next to no money.
Next to no money.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it'll eventually. Hey. Oh, that's funny. 7 Days to Die. That's another one. A buddy of mine who's on Steam right now must be watching the podcast. So I'm gonna say, hey, Will, thanks for watching. He just sent me a message on Steam.
Oh, okay. I wasn't flipping him off. I was flipping off 7 Days to Die, by the
Oh,
way. If you
okay,
saw
yeah.
that.
That
Uh,
was awesome.
well, right, yeah. 7 Days to Die. That's one of them, but that's not one of them that's currently on the little flippy thing
No,
on
I will.
Steam there.
Yeah, no, I will say that I have. It was up at the top for quite a while there when it came out.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
My boss bought it.
yeah, right.
It was so funny too because he bought it and then he tried to get us to tell him that it was a good game. And I it was so funny too because I was just like, dude, I was like, these games suck. Why did you buy into that shit? He goes, this is a great game, you know. And I'm like, really? Then
What's so great
I was
about
like, how long have you played it? For like his thing was like 20 minutes. You know, and I was like, dude, 20 minutes, but it's a great game. Fuck you, dude. If I haven't played a game for like 10 hours, it's not a good game. All right? Jeez.
Oh
Well,
man,
to me, anyway. I mean, it's always subjective, but,
definitely,
uh,
definitely.
you know, but it's like, you know, how. And I think even now, like, even to this day, he's only got a couple hours logged in that game.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, uh and I remember telling him, I'm like, dude, I'm never going to tell you that a bullshit zombie survival game is a good game. I was like, I'm never going to tell you that.
So,
You
so,
know?
so now essentially you're just doubling down on how much you hate survival games.
Dude, I don't hate survival games. I just hate how overdone they are.
Hmm. No,
You
I
know?
totally agree. It's
Anybody can make it. It's mindless to do. There's no story.
hmm
They don't have to have they don't have to have anything. All they have to do is create an environment, make it hostile, you know, and there you go, and
yeah.
say survive. You
hmm
know, that's all you have to do. So
And then
they're simple to make.
and
So
then when it turns nighttime, the enemies become more numbered and more dangerous.
yeah,
There, we've already created a survival game. Let's do this.
yeah, we got it.
Let's write the code. Let's do this. We'll call it
Fuck
Kyle
this.
and Kyle. Go out in the middle of the night and
Right,
hopefully don't die. I don't know.
write the code, my ass, dude. We'll just go on Kickstarter and find some failed Kickstarters and buy their shit, you know, and then
Oh man,
modify it, and there you go. I ain't writing shit from scratch. Fuck that.
that's too much work.
I am. That is entirely too much work, son. You don't know you don't know how this coding thing works. You go find shit that somebody else did, plagiarize it.
Oh man. So anyway, this week I think this weekend you should come over. We should play Blood and some more other old school first-person shooters. Have a good time with those.
All right, that's happening.
And
So
then
what should I play? What should I play on my own?
I don't know. Is there any game that you've been thinking about playing, but you're like, no, I don't want
No,
to
not
play?
really. I haven't been looking
No,
actually.
I'll tell you what.
I've been so engrossed in Risk of Rain, dude. You know, like, dude, I've been coming home and like make dinner and then eat something and then Risk of Rain. That's it until I go to sleep.
I
Seriously.
eat, I sleep, I shit, and I risk of rain. That's
No,
all
I'm
I do.
kidding.
Oh my god.
Like I've been skipping steps to play that game.
Oh man. All right, let's see. You have 63 games on Steam. What can you play? You should play some Dota 2.
You just go fuck yourself. I don't even have that game. Oh, it's Dota 2 test. Oh no, it's on the unbeatable category.
Mm. You should check out. Um, Man, you know what? You bought Fez. Have you really played it at all?
Uh-uh.
You should check out Fez. That's my challenge for you. You should
Okay.
play some Fez.
All right.
See if it's any good. That's a game that I've been like going, oh, I should play Fez, but I never get around to it. So maybe I should play Fez also.
All right.
Because I hear it's a good game. You know what? There. That's what we'll do this week. On top of playing some old school FPS games. Um,
Beat Fez.
Beat Fez. Sorry. Will sent me another message on Steam that said "fuck Dota 2." So.
Yes. Yes. Ah.
Oh,
Fuck Dota 2.
So yeah, I think we should do that and play Fez, and we can talk about it together and everything like that next week.
Yay,
So
Fez.
tune in next week to listen to us talk about a game that came out in 2012.
Did it come out in 2012?
Yeah, it originally came out in 2012.
Wow.
So yes,
I don't even know
that's
what I don't even know when I got that game.
you got it last year because it came out on PC last year. I think you got it during the winter sale. It went on sale for like I don't know, $5, something like that. You probably picked it up.
I picked it up. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not your keeper. I can't tell you when you
You
buy
sure it
stuff.
wasn't in like a humble bundle or something?
It might have been because it has been in a humble bundle. Blah, 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 blah. It has been in a humble bundle before.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, actually, if Will's still watching, I'm looking at my list of stuff here, of games, and it says like there's Don't Starve and there's Dragon Prophet, and both of those are installed, and between them is Dota 2, and it's not even installed. Yeah, Kyle, I uninstalled that shit.
You're a horrible person for not even
Fuck that
attempting.
game, dude.
Nah,
Way
fuck it. It's whoops.
Did
Yeah,
you hit
fuck.
the mic?
Yeah, I did.
You fucking retard.
Fuck, fuck Dota 2. It's too hard to explain. Like it's what, just fuck Dota 2. I'll say it. Fuck
All
Dota.
right, all right. We're playing League, all of us. Let's do this.
That brings me to my second point. Fuck League of Legends.
Oh no, heresy!
No.
I dare say, friend, I don't think you like MOBAs.
I
Uh,
do, but I just like I don't have
I don't think you do.
I don't know, man. Like I like the idea of MOBAs and I like kind of playing MOBAs, but I don't believe in myself enough to play them. I don't have enough time to play them.
Mm.
Like I just can't. I don't like. I'm not in the right point in my life to where a MOBA is a great game for me to play. You know.
Well, yeah, you don't have the time. You don't have the time to sink into getting good at it or decent at it. I'm not trying to insinuate that I'm good,
Mm-hmm.
but the I mean, it's not something that you just pick up that you just pick up once and go and like you have to learn some things, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that just comes with time of playing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and like I mean I can watch a million videos on like strategies and things like that to help me out, but it's like honestly a lot of times I just do bot matches because I don't know how long I'm gonna have to play it, because I might only be able to play for like 20 minutes and like I
and then
don't
you're
want to
gonna burn, yeah.
right, and I don't want to be like an online game where people are depending on me and like I gotta fuck it up. Oops, sorry guys, I gotta go. Like now you're down one player, so.
You see that's what they need. They need to come up with a single queue system that you can queue for games in progress.
Mhm, mhm.
And basically like not even see, I thought this up, and this is a really good idea, right? I hope you're listening. Okay, for like League of Legends, right? You're playing League of Legends. Somebody's being a complete tool, and they keep, they disconnect and they never come back, right? Well, how about a queue where people can queue up, like, or just, somehow mesh it with the single player queue that they can go into a game in progress.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, and you don't get to choose. It doesn't give you any advantage, over over the other team or anything like that. Like the team is still losing ground while that person's not playing, but you come in and you basically just take over their champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it notifies everybody else, like that player's gone, a new player has connected, and
Mhm.
there you go. And all the items that they had, or the skills that they had and everything, you're just basically just controlling that champion that they left on the board.
Mhm. That's
I
that's.
think that I think that'd be a pretty good idea.
Mhm.
Obviously, needs a little refinement because it's just a rough idea that I had. But I mean, that would just that would keep teams from just becoming fucked.
Yeah.
Because when you're 4-on-5, dude, I mean, unless the other team is just bad, you're gonna get stomped. Because they have a one-man advantage.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, and I totally I agree that that's a good idea. That would make me feel less shitty if I needed to drop out. That would also make me feel a little bit better as far as like jumping into a game.
Right.
Um, but I don't know. I don't. Something tells me that something like that will probably never happen, or if it ever does happen, it'll be like considered the noob part of the game. Only newbies playing this part.
Why? Yeah, but why? I would think that it would be more prestigious for you to play in that part because you have no control over the champion you're getting. You
Yeah,
have no control that the state of the champion is in.
that is true. Yeah,
You
you
know,
make a good point there.
um, like low level, low amounts of gold, things like that.
Hmm.
Like I kind of think it would be more uh, prestigious to play in that mode. However, on the flip side of that, I can see it encouraging leavers.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there wouldn't people wouldn't play the whole game,
Hmm.
for any reason. They just be like, I'm out, click, see ya,
Hmm. I feel like
and
you.
they're
I
gone.
feel like you would
Yeah.
still have to be like punished a little bit, like receive a mark on your overall score or something like that. On your
Right.
profile, like this person leaves 30% of their games and stuff like that. Like I don't know. There's a whole different type of way. I definitely recommend that somebody look into that. But
Yeah.
who knows if that'll ever actually happen.
Yeah. No kidding.
So, all right, this podcast has gone on far too long. I
Oh.
must call it.
All right. It's dead.
I'm going to check the pulse, and this podcast is dead. No, let's have you come over. Let's play some old school FPSs. Let's play some Fez this week, and we'll reconvene next week and talk more about it and whatnot. So, um, I think Will's still watching, so I just want to say, hey, Will, thanks for watching. Thanks for sending me some messages and everything like that. Sorry, I thought I had the chat up on this Google Plus Hangout. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing still, so you know,
God, you
um,
fucking idiot.
dude, I literally like until the point that I come up here and I sit down, I'm literally doing family stuff downstairs, and then I just run up here and I'm like, okay, Kyle, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to figure it out, but it's fun. It's fun to just kind of jump in and see what happens.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Kyle, I want to thank you for joining me.
Thank you for joining me. I'm here every week. What's wrong with you?
I'm just trying to be polite and find a good way to send it off. You
No,
know,
I feel like you treat me um like
I
a
guess.
guest, yeah, a
Yeah.
guest every now and again. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like half this show. So, well, thanks for having me.
There we go. There, I'm kind of using it as like when you're getting off the phone, you're like all right, I'll talk to you later before you say bye. Like even though you're essentially just saying bye when you're I'll talk to you later. You know.
Or or when people have to go, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like 30
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts just like doing this because like I feel like I need to do it to fill like the gaps between you talking, but then like because it switches to me and I'm like stop
Yeah,
switching to me, I'm just saying yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You know? And a lot of
yeah.
times like the camera catches me like mid like blink, so it looks like I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
but yeah, thanks for joining me again this week, and this has been another episode of the Extra Live Show, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Weehaw.
Weah!